maybe a little bit patient.
Love that we're still like constantly checking in with Hitman there. Otter Eyes kind of scopes in on him, still wants to see, make sure he's just inactive up there. But for now, we'll check in with TJ, Future is Game, and Foulnets. You can see where they're rotating in from that hospital side of things, and they'll have open terrain on the other side of this, but you've got to clear out squad number 10. We talk about how scary they can be when it comes to fighting, and quite frankly, yes, definitely take a different way into train station. Take that staircase, you're gonna go up to the second floor, you'll have the openness to the left, which is exactly where they are. You can see Mayapo in the distance popping around. And we're just gonna slow walk up.
I mean, just look at how many teams are currently sitting here at train station. It's starting to pull even closer. So we see a number of teams trying to make their way from sort of this north side. Maybe you can gain any amount of space, any of the layers here at train station. We can see on the bottom here, that's where Future has game. Almighty TJ, Foulnets is kind of where they've decided to play. Mayapo and Devo, they've dropped and want to lurk alongside this outside area. Do they have enough to go for the buyback? I don't think they do. Just shy of $750. They can manage to find just a stack of cash. It would be great. Maybe you can take a fight against somebody. I know it's a little bit risky, but it was the best way to find some cash. If you can't get it out of a crate, take it off somebody's body.
True.
That team can definitely make it happen. Start to see this fight break on out here. Tiff here on the outside. Some great shots opening up from Mayapo. Slides across, gets a little bit lost into the chaos here, and he is dropped. And I don't know if Vonbot was as well. I didn't see a full wipe, but for Foulnets, Future has game, and Almighty TJ, that's not a bad fight to win. You can see it looks like they lost Almighty TJ in that scuffle, but buy station at train, they're able to get it back on in.
Cloudy's, Nobu, Spartan, Ak. They need a big game also. They've got IHOP. People are going to look to take it away from them. As you see, someone barricades right through the door. There goes one, gets the knock. We don't have a lot of health. We somehow finesse our way into the line of sight of 5 different teams. IHOP now looking like a danger zone. Short, util crate down. In between all of these loadouts for cover. We're biding our time. Get to top 20 in, well, that's a different multiplier.
I mean, no, he's just found himself in the middle of all of these loadouts. Just going to try and snake them. Maybe see if he can squeak out just one more kill or not. Try and fight his way potentially towards that buy station at train. Nothing's going to be there. Invest of Smoke has one more that he manages to find on the ground. Dedicated melee is out. Hopefully gives him the speed he needs to dodge some of these bullets. Just barely away from being able to get into the zone. He has the cash to get at least one buyback. Unfortunately for you, none of your teammates have the cash to also get one back on in, so you might be good for one. Skiliosis, get you some Macedo. They're on the outside looking in. All of these teams from the south here, Tiff, they are having such a tough time trying to get into the zone. You have to go through so many different teams, but you also might be blessed just a little bit. Shots from Skiliosis.
Do we get this res? We do. Okay, but shots are still incoming, which means we're being gate kept. Bozo finishes off squad number 16, 17 just on the outside. Look at that blatant roster. Our map number 4 winners are going to be the gatekeepers of the realm of this map. For now, though, the boys could clean house. Nobu Spartan does do a little damage there to kind of fend off any pushes to his little shack.
I like this though. I actually fully agree with this play. Play alongside this outer side of zone. Try and clear out this as much as you possibly can. You manage to find Rocket. Bozo gets dropped as well. He gets stuck with a thermite, but thankfully the teammate is there for the res. You don't got to commit a self-revive just yet. Smoke's going across, up over the wall. You just barely made it into the zone. But you can see there's so many of these squads around and swinging. It's Ames. Oh my God, he lines them on up. That LC-10 hits like a truck, and especially when you can just shoot him straight down range. You worked so hard if you were the boys just to try and get into zone, just for Ames to go huge. Currently sitting on 9 right now, Tiff.
I've got to give a shout out to our map 1 winners here. They're constantly doing everything they can to get themselves into that end game. And guys, Homie's a 9-to-5er. Basham is literally going to have to wake up and go to work tomorrow. And you know what? I'm gonna be a lot happier clocking in a 9-to-5 knowing that I made it to regional finals. But for now, Zepti, Otter Eyes, Willie T, they made it into train station a long time ago. Set the precedent early to say this is our space. Sure, we have to move to the buildings just on the outskirts of this, but we've wrapped up so many kills for the time being, and we found ourselves in a 1.6x multiplier. So this is a stellar game and an even better precision airstrike.
Yeah, Otter gets a double kill with a PA. It makes a wide wrap out into the zone. Unfortunately, I believe they do lose Otter in the process. Willie Teed and Zepti make the trades where they can. Lotus 8, they're waiting. They're here out on the outside, but shots coming on in. Eno, he's kind of like B-Mark by himself. He's trying to make this wrap all the way through, but I think Willie Teed, Zepti, they might have this read. He gets taken on out. Bosham's actually going to be the one that gets it. Willie T finds B-Mark. The thirst is there. They're going to be able to get the res going. One more team needs to drop. 1.8 multiplier looming on the horizon right now for so many of these teams. For Zepti and Willie T, they've been dropped to just a duo. They played so long from train. Can they manage to push on forward?
Scenics down. Scenics back up. Zepti hits the early.
Nobu's alive?
I don't know how Zepti is surviving right now. Out in the open, on the fence line, under the guise of cover. We've moved through the smoke. We're pushing in a 1v2 situation. We whiff a couple shots. It's getting windy, and Oasis clutches on up. Can he hit the self-res? Because Nobu Spartan, you're right, he's still up in it. Leaves the shack, grabs more kills, and now falls inevitably into the final three. Tank, a squad of 3 should be able to have the numbers advantage. They drop on down. They're clean up 1. They're looking for the last member of Team Basham.
And it's just going to be a final few moments.
What?
As they clean up the last final kill. Team Basham, they were looking good. I got to have some credit to Nobu Spartan. He was here in 20.